Wednesday, Tucson, Arizona's #1
Sorry, Bubba.
radio podcast about all things medical cannabis. Your host, Belle,
and the Cannabis is. Our show features news, interviews, and all the latest information about anything and everything medical cannabis related in Tucson, Arizona, and the world at large.
We'd love to hear from you. Please give us a call live at 646-915-8421. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on all social media, or email thctucson@gmail.com.
We'd like to thank Cannabis Center and Studio Students, along with our many sponsors, for hosting our show every week. With the lowest price certifications in town, you'll find hemp products, accessories, and all things related to medical cannabis education.
Visit Tumbleweed Health Center at 4826 East Broadway Boulevard or online at tumbleweedhealthcenter.com. And remember,
Be smart
be safe
and educate.
All right. Welcome to Weedsday Wednesday, everybody. Woo-hoo. Yeah, it feels like it's been forever. Was it last week? I don't know. But I know you're all wondering, how many days until Christmas? 170 days until Christmas, 171 until it's over. 169 for you, Silver Sister. Get on this, would you? Come on. Every year. Oh, I know it. It's really for the bestie. But then I found out how crazy it makes Silver Sister. So, being the little instigator I am. Oh my God, guys, wake up over there. Oh, my Lord. Lordy be. All right. Weedsday Wednesday. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Woo. Put that back there. Let's mute that. We're not going to need the introduction again, so we're going to come on down here and figure that out right about there. Okay. Cool beans. How's everybody doing today? It is, oh my gosh, it's 88 degrees, massive heat warnings, 108 the day before yesterday, and today in Tucson. And that, oh my gosh, 108. Yeah, it's mind-blowing because it's like, you're screwed already. It's 8 o'clock. And if you haven't done everything you've wanted to do outside already, you're totally screwed. Seriously, you're done. The minute you walk out, heat exhaustion happens. Like, bam, just like that. Yeah, I was born in 1970. I'll say I don't care. But that's why all the crazy 80s hits come up. Because that's when I was like coming into my own, you know how it goes as a teeny bopper. You start listening to crap like that. So anyway, let's see. Was it C and C Music Factory? Yeah. What was the song? Oh man, what was their hit? Let's see. Hit. Was this it? I bet this is it. Yeah. I don't know if you can hear this. We're going to double up on it because I can. Oh my Lord, what is this? Oh, we don't want P-Hub. Oh, I don't know if you can hear this. You probably can't. I'm trying to find this so you can hear it. Oh man, they don't even give you the option to mute or anything. I don't even know where I got this, but that's what's going on. This is crazy. I'm just gonna turn it down. Let's see. Oh yeah. I don't know if you can even hear this. I doubt you can. I doubt you can hear that in the background, but it's really fun if you can. Well, I tried to post it on uh, the other browser. God, the other browser. Now I'm sure you can probably hear that, right? Oh yeah. Yeah. This is the kind of crap I grew up on. And it's awesome. I freaking love this stuff. Because it was what I was going through. You know, what year is this? 85? Was this 85? What year? Something like that. Let's see. Does it tell us? Or is it even that old? Anyway, this is the kind of stuff going back to Cali, just so you know a little bit about me. Isn't that funny? I think it's funny. All right. Oh, I don't even know what year that came out. We'll figure it out. Doesn't matter. Welcome to Weedsday Wednesday, everybody. Thank you, Belle Star here. Cannabis Kiddies. I know you're out there somewhere. Out there somewhere. Silver Sisters back home. We are sending serious prayers to Tuna Luna. And that's all I will say. We love you. We want you to be better. And we want you to feel good and happy. Okay. And little Charlie, come back in the house. It's 108. I won't let them get you. My kitties have bullied up on my littlest kitty and kicked her out of the house. And it's 108 degrees out. I know she has found somewhere to hide during the day because she comes back at night when they're all inside and she knows they're inside. It's so sad. So send prayers for Charlie too. But I did build her a little house outside, so she should be. I've got it all out there for her. So, anyway, hopefully she's okay. Sorry for the sad start to the show. All right, let's give it up for Tumbleweed South Center and the Good Leaf at 6224 East Speedway Boulevard. We're going into our 5th and 15th year. 15 years. Whew, for Tumbleweed Health Center. That is crazy. That means the radio show's in the 14th year. I think we started it in was it March? I don't think we waited until 420 to start it. I think it was in March that we started it. I don't remember. I'll have to look back. It's out there. It's on TalkShoe. We went from TalkShoe to Blog Talk. And now we're on YouTube's. But you don't get to see us. So that's the beauty of that, because we don't want to be visible. All right. Let's see. Come on down to 6224 East Speedway Boulevard. You can get certified in the great state of Arizona for your medical marijuana card. And mine's coming up. I need to renew mine. I keep getting my notifications. And if you guys say to us one more time, we didn't know. First of all, it doesn't matter. We don't care. Second of all, we don't care because I personally, one of the owners, am getting spammed with the Arizona Department of Health Service reminders that my medical marijuana card is coming up. Now, why do they care so much? Is it because they want their $150 ridiculous state fee? Probably. That's probably the only reason that they're reminding me over it. I've received 3 emails so far. I'm not kidding. And it doesn't expire until the end of next month. I can't imagine how many more I'm going to get. I'll have to look that up during the break. It's crazy, though. People come in and are like, I didn't know. But again, doesn't matter anymore. We don't charge late fees or anything like that. If and you pass your expiration date, because I've done it myself. I've expired. And then I go and I look and I'm like, oh, geez. You expired? Oh, yeah. So, anywho, come on down. Let me get to the section of certifications on Tumbleweed Sales Center. Get on over there and check out the certification section and the telemedicine section. I fixed them both so that you can book telemedicine or just come on into the office. We offer both. You don't have to come in at all. You can just call us or not call us. We will send you a link to a video from Google Meets. You click it, you meet our doctor, you chat, you're good to go. It's very simple, very quick. All right. These are the conditions you can get your medical marijuana card for in the great state of Arizona. No, you don't have to. I know some of you are like, why? I'm like, well, first of all, if you want to save a boatload of money and keep your gun rights in this great state and smoke weed, then you need to have your medical marijuana card. Yeah, you heard the second part right. You, according to the state, well, now according to federal guidelines too. But the state of Arizona says if you have your medical marijuana card, you can keep your gun with you. I know from personal experience, and that happened. When was it? 2012, 12 or 13. Anyway, that's when it happened, and that's when I had both, and they were like, uh-oh. And then I showed them my med card, and they're like, okay, see you later. Have a good night. I mean, it took an hour for that whole process, but that's basically what happened. Okay, see you later. Have a good night. Keep your weed at home and your weapons in your car. I was like, okay, that's doable. That's doable. So you just want me to get high before I get out there? Just kidding. But seriously, I smoke and I drive because it doesn't affect me like that. Now, when I first started smoking weed, I will say I had some incidents, and I was talking with my besties when I was home in California, asking them if they remembered this crap. Yeah, I should not have been driving. Never hurt anybody, but had some very crazy experiences and should just not have been on the road. And you shouldn't if you don't know what you're doing with any mind altering, body altering, spirit altering substance. Doesn't matter what it is. Little bear? Anyway, be careful. And our doctors will always say, don't consume and then operate a vehicle. In fact, there are some jobs that you can't get your medical marijuana card for because they're too dangerous and they don't care what condition you have. If you're going to take that job on, you just need to suck it up. Deal with it, buttercup. Yeah. However, in the great state of Arizona, if you have one of these conditions, you can get your medical cannabis card. And even if you don't have one of these conditions, I will explain to you how you can get your medical cannabis card. PTSD, that's the one you have to have your own records. We can't diagnose you with that. We understand a lot of people have PTSD, and it's probably self-diagnosed, and rightly so. Because it's, there are a lot of life events out there that cause it, not just military, but just actual life events. But we do have to have records, and they have to be within the last 12 months. That's the state's rule, not ours. Don't yell at us. Cancer, glaucoma, AIDS, if you have those kinds of conditions, you've most likely seen a doctor, and they've most likely diagnosed you. Chronic pain, that covers a whole host of conditions from migraines, IBS, fibromyalgia, arthritis, all the arthritises, DDD, all the disc problems, all the back problems, all the pain problems, menstrual cramps. Queen Elizabeth used to use cannabis for her menstrual cramps. Could you imagine that commercial? In the dresses. Those would be awesome. Little servants bringing in weed on trays. Oh my God. Come on, guys. Give it up for weed on trays. Oh, one of my besties got me a bell that says ring bell for weed. Ding. great. I need that out here. Because that would totally be it. Oh, I know. I can't help myself. So chronic pain covers a whole lot. Severe nausea, seizures, including epilepsy, but all the seizures, all the shakes, the tremors, the shimmies, whatever it causes. HIV, Hep C, ALS, Crohn's disease, Alzheimer's. Just the agitation of Alzheimer's is what it says. That's like all the symptoms. Best friend's mom and brother passed away of that. Cachexia or wasting syndrome, severe and persistent muscle spasms, including MS. And like I said, like Parkinson's, all the tremors, shakes, shimmies, whatever it causes. Now, the thing is, you're eligible for a medical cannabis card if you suffer from one of those chronic or debilitating disease or medical conditions, or just the treatment. Yep, you heard that right. So if you're getting treated for a medical condition that's not on here, let's say like Parkinson's or autism or Asperger's or there's another one, insomnia. I don't know, but it causes anything on here. It causes pain, nausea, seizures, because you could be getting treated for something, cancer, and that could cause seizures. Just an example. I am not a doctor. Do not quote me on this stuff. Yes, after 14 years, I've heard a lot of stories. I've seen so many wonderful things myself. I also know people that can't or are allergic to it, or, it's not for everyone. Thank you, Circle K. It isn't. Some people are allergic to it. Some people don't like it. Some people it does nothing for. And the lucky ones just flat out don't need anything, really. It's great. That's awesome. I run into some people and they come in and they're like, yeah, I don't really need it myself. I don't have anything. I'm like, no pain? I'm like, no. They look at me, like, am I supposed to? I'm like, well, just, most people on the planet have some sort of pain, even just from, getting older. That causes pain. Oh, but I do want to say this. I've been in the hospital 3 times this last week, not for myself. Whatever you do, be honest with your doctors. They really don't give a about what you're on. They really don't. And I'm not even kidding. And I don't say that in a bad way, but I say it because you need to be honest with your doctor. They need to know what you're doing to your body, putting in your body, putting on your body, so that they can make informed decisions. I always tell my doctor, I smoke weed, I eat weed, I drink weed, I do weed. And yeah, they go, okay, because now, especially nowadays, like, oh my gosh, nowadays, everybody's on the weed. Everybody's on the weed. Or everybody should be on the weed. Yeah, everybody should be on the weed. That can be on the weed. That want to be on the weed. Whatever, weed or not to weed. Hey, there's a good little short video to make. But, if you smoke cigarettes, if you drink alcohol, they don't care. Their job is to diagnose and hopefully fix you, not just mask and cover everything up. That's not their job. At least that's not what we hope the job is. But just be honest. If you're on the cannabis, tell them. I myself am just trying to microdose. I don't need to get, blazy. I have a package of, it says Snatch, Bite, Soar. It's real cannabis. And I did check this in on the plane. I flew Southwest. I'm just going to spell it out for you guys, but it was totally sealed. It had dispensary packaging with all the licensure and everything on it. And it was totally sealed, but full on weed. They don't care. See, and this is what everybody needs to know. And I say this in the most loving, kindest way possible. Nobody cares about you. Seriously, in the best way possible. I mean, your besties do. Hopefully, your family does. You know, that's all I can say about that. But these doctors and everybody else you're seeing, hang on. They just, you're a number to them. And I've totally been treated that way with this condition, except for by a couple of doctors, maybe 2 doctors. Trying to think of the ones. There was a nurse practitioner I really liked. I wish I could have followed her anywhere. She was freaking fantastic. Oh my gosh. Her name was Karma. If you're out there, you're awesome. I know you're one step away from a doctor. Do it. Just do it. But that's probably like another $1 million too, just to become the doctor. Maybe don't do it. But yeah, let them know what you're on, just so that they can understand, because I had to reset all my things. No drinking, no cannabis. And I did that I've stopped the drinking altogether because I have a heart condition and it makes your heart race. So you shouldn't mess with your heart. So you don't drink, right? Well, you don't drink like I used to. I mean, come on, guys. It's in the name. Belle Star. Yeah. Look her up. Woo. But I stopped cannabis for a while, and just because I didn't want to do anything. I didn't know what. And when I reintroduced it back into my system, I realized that, yeah, it does affect your heart rate. If you look up cannabis, what it does when you're smoking it versus when you're eating it, it's different. But it can increase or decrease your heart rate. And for somebody with a heart condition, you have to really check that out. So, which is why I'm microdosing. I don't want anything that's going to like flip me out, freak me out. You know, a little buzz is fine. I don't mind a little buzz, but I can't let my heart go either way in one direction. And that's something that cannabis can do. So, you know, it's a whole experimental process for me. And now I'm on the other side trying to figure that out. And that is interesting. But I always will tell the doctor, I'm like, you know, and most of them just say, okay. The last 2 Indian doctors I had, like from India, were not fans for some reason. So I don't know what that was about. But give me a moment. All right. Now, that being said, doctors really, you know, they just want to know what's affecting your body. Cannabis, alcohol, cocaine. And that's one thing they were like, they sent me home with instructions. Do not do cocaine. Oh, okay. Thanks, guys. But I guess that's a real thing. I mean, I guess some people, you know, anyway, you can get your medical card for darn, you know, near anything. If it's chronic, means 60 days or more. Okay. It's got to be chronic. And it, you know, we can certify you for, I mean, we can help with the diagnosis for some things, but for other things, you're just going to have to rely on your doctor.
If you suffer from one of these medical conditions and have been diagnosed by an Arizona licensed physician, medical cannabis may help relieve your symptoms. Tumbleweeds Health Center is Arizona's premier cannabis certification, health, and education center. Our primary focus is to help the patients of Arizona obtain their medical marijuana card and educate everyone about medical cannabis. With current medical records, approval is a simple process. Contact Tumbleweeds Health Center to see if you qualify for your Arizona medical marijuana card.
Are chronic conditions holding you back from a happy, healthy life? Get on the right track with Tumbleweeds Health Center. Our CBD products are formulated to fit your health lifestyle.
I would definitely say that CBD has changed my life. I mean, I don't worry about my dog anymore, and I don't worry about sleeping anymore.
Tumbleweeds Health Center, voted #1 health center in Tucson, has created a proprietary number of CBD blends, each designed to promote health and well-being. Let Tumbleweeds Health Center show you how CBD products might help you improve your life the natural way.
Yep. just give us a call, 520-838-4430, and we will chat at you. You can go to tumbleweedshealthcenter.com and check out all the information there. All right, let's do it. Let's get to some news around the world. Okay, what's going on? What's going on in the kitchen? I like to start with azmarijuana.com. Doesn't look like there are any cannabis events coming up. Let's see if there's any news. Let's see. Cannabis formula granted breakthrough therapy designation by FDA for pain treatment. Holy smokes. Let's see what that's about. Regulators at the U.S. Food and Drug Administration have granted breakthrough therapy designation to a proprietary cannabis extract, VER-01, containing 2.5 milligrams of THC and standardized percentages of CBD and CBG. A press release issued by the product's manufacturer, Vertanical, states that the designation is intended to expedite the development and review of investigational medicines, where primarily clinical evidence indicates the potential for substantial improvement over available therapies. The FDA's decision follows the results of a phase 3 clinical trial concluding that patients who consume the cannabis extract experience greater mean pain reductions than those taking opioids. Oh, that damn word. Quote, the FDA's breakthrough therapy designation for VER-01 is a major recognition of its potential to address a significant unmet need in chronic pain, said Dr. Clemens Fisher, founder of Vertanical. Quote, patients have waited far too long for meaningful progress. We believe VER-01 has the potential to change how chronic pain is treated and offer physicians a much-needed non-opioid solution. The company anticipates that European regulators will authorize the product soon and says that it will commence additional phase 3 trials in the United States prior to seeking FDA approval. In 2018, the FDA granted market approval to Epidiolex, a prescription medicine containing a standardized formulation of CBD and other compounds for the explicit treatment of 2 rare forms of severe epilepsy. Other cannabis-based drugs approved by the FDA include dronabinol, aka Marinol, Nabilone, aka Sesamet, and liquid synthetic THC, aka Syndrose. The latter 3 prescription drugs all contain synthetic forms of cannabis. Okay. And they give a state warning. Says, I'll read it. Do not use marijuana. Oh, state mandated warning. Do not use marijuana if you're under 21, pregnant, and keep it out of the reach of children. That's all, an opinion. And we know what we say to those. We say, thank you for your opinion. Okay, well, there's some progress. I mean, if they're going to do a little more research, it says they will commence additional phase 3 trials. All right. Prior to seeking FDA approval. Well, the FDA is a stickler, and we know how they feel about, all the natural remedies. Yeah, they're not fans. But you know what we're a fan of? Oh my gosh.
If you suffer from one.
No, not that. That.
I'm gonna smoke some weed. Got $20 in my pocket. I'm a run, little boy. I eat some chili fries. Treat to the smoky with my girl sitting next to me. Probably should have had a big gulp full of iced tea. But shit, it was 99 cents. I'll be blazing and smoking, about to go and get some munchies. Passing up on those cracker jacks, Reese's Pieces of where it's. I gotta get me some soda pop. Cotton up has been creeping up. I can't remember where I put my keys. Yeah, that's what's up. I'ma take you down this ride. I'ma take you down this ride. No, for real. Ask your grandpa, can I take a 65 to Bill cruising to my local Publix? Nothing better than rolling with two super fly chicks that have frozen burritos. I bought frozen burritos. I bought some Ben and Jerry's, and then I bought some Cheetos. Hello, my main man Obama. A couple states have just reformed their laws on marijuana. What you gonna do? Send the feds there? Hell no. The gays will be like, oh, they got volcanoes. I'm gonna smoke some weed. Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm a hunting, looking for a pot shop. This is fucking awesome. I'm gonna smoke some weed. Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm a hunting, looking for a pot shop. This is fucking awesome.
What you know about the science of marijuana? What you know about people suffering from glaucoma? They need it, it helps them with their condition. If you don't believe me, then just ask some eye physicians. Thank your granddad for voting for that guy. Richard Nixon is the president who made the plant illegal, but science is now showing that it's medicine for people, and the private sector's fighting to keep all of that illegal. Alcohol and tobacco, pharmaceutical prisons. I'll take those 4 major lobby groups and fight those motherfuckers. They're making money day and night, all those motherfuckers, and bribing Congress out of sight, all those motherfuckers. They'd be like, oh, it's immoral and unhealthy. I'm like, how many people are you making wealth? Anti-marijuana lobbies are making all kinds of profits, and they don't want you to stop because of all the special interest. I call that getting swindled and PM shit. I call that getting tricked by the government. That law's hella old, so it's time to update it, regulate it, and then get it under state control. Peak game, look into my political telescope. Think it's gonna stay like this forever? Not hella won't. Not hella won't. Hey, Obama, stop being a hypocrite. You used to smoke weed.
I'm gonna smoke some weed. Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm a hunter, looking for a pot shop. This is fucking awesome. Listen, no more on drugs. It's time to pull the plug. These special interest groups are nothing more than corporate thugs. Listen, no more on weed. The people have agreed. These special interest groups are these corporate property. I'm gonna smoke some weed. Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm a hunter, looking for a pot shop. This is fucking awesome.
All right, welcome back to Weedsday Wednesday, everybody. Belle Star here, Cannabis Kid, Silver Sister, our MIA. All right. How's everybody doing out there? I was just looking at the ingredients. I wish people would use the whole plant instead of all these isolates and distillates and blah, 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 blahs. Just use the whole plant. I know it's hard to get something consistently grown, but figure it out, kids. I mean, growing is not that hard. And it's not hard to get a consistent strain. I know that, that's mostly the reason they, use all these things instead of the whole plant. But I think if you're going to, you're going to do it right. So, yep. Ooh, that's a sour one. Sorry, kids. All sugar, by the way. I don't like that in something that's supposed to be good for you, healthy. Ugh. All right. Okay, we've got aeroponic cannabis cultivation. They didn't pioneer that. Oh my gosh. When we went to Disney World, we saw some aquaponics and aeroponics. It was amazing, but that was, 15 years ago. Holy cow. Let's see what they're saying. Arizona company pioneers aeroponic cannabis cultivation. See, again, I wouldn't call it pioneer. Inside a 66,000 square foot facility nestled in an industrial neighborhood in Phoenix, thousands of cannabis plants grow their roots hanging freely in the air, receive only a mist of water. This is Aries approach to cultivation. The company's growing operation, and according to Aries' website, it uses 95% less water than traditional soil farming in a state that desperately needs it. Aries has embraced aeroponics, a soil-free growing method that suspends plants' roots in an enclosed irrigation system where they are misted with purified water. The system is a departure from traditional cannabis growth, where plants are typically grown in soil. Quote, that's the nice thing about aeroponics. Your best plant is going to grow 5 times faster, Jason Gemrose, vegetation manager, explained during a tour. It's cleaner too. The process begins not with seeds, but with carefully selected mother plants, kept for 3 to 6 months. Workers take cuttings from these plants to produce clones, which then move through developmental stages that Gemrose likens to, quote, the nursery and then the toddler stage, quote. From cutting to a fully mature plant, the journey takes about 4 to 6 months. What makes Aries' growth process distinct is what happens beneath the plants. Rather than burying roots in soil or submerging them in water, the facility allows roots to hang freely with specialized tables. Quote, those reservoirs on the other side are what feed into the tables, Gemrose said. When they go in, they give the nutrients to those reservoirs, they balance them out, and that creates the plants. The irrigation system operates on precise timing. Pumps kick on periodically throughout the day, delivering nutrients directly to exposed roots, and then everything will drain out, said Michelle Bailey, general manager. The facility uses reverse osmosis water drawn from coral tanks throughout the vicinity, ensuring complete control over the plants, what the plants consume. See, this is what I'm talking about. Uniformity. You can do it right here. Done. Bam. Now let's get this into products. Cleanliness is critically important in this setup. It's a tough system because there's really no room for error, Bailey acknowledged. Between plant cycles, workers clean around the clock. Every time the plants are out of the table, they'll completely clean the entire system. We'll run a flush that comes after we scrub everything down and clean it up. We never put plants on our dirty table. This method saves a lot of water, which Arizona certainly needs. True indeed. With conventional agriculture consuming over 72% of Arizona's water supply, according to the Arizona Department of Water Resources, alternative growing methods are emerging. Aeroponics uses a fraction of the water required for soil-based cultivation while producing faster-growing, healthier plants, Gemrose said. Inside the flower rooms, where plants reach full maturity, environmental controls are precise. Lights are adjusted 3 times daily, starting at 3% when young plants first arrive, eventually reaching 75 to 80% before harvest. You want the buds to grow strong, said Chuck Kramer, flower manager. He also described how lighting changes like seasons, different lights and different spectrums. We want to mimic the sun as much as we can. Each production room contains approximately 1,600 plants with 90 plants per table. Before harvest, which occurs around 8 weeks into the flowering stage, the plants undergo something of a detox. For the last 2 weeks of the cycle, we perform a water flush to remove all the water, Kramer said. That gets rid of all the residuals, all the nutrients that we added to the plant, making for a cleaner finish bud from the plant. However, not all plants make the cut to survive. For certain strands that don't work well in our aeroponic environment, we tend to get rid of them rather than trying to baby them along. It doesn't work super well for our system. We want the healthiest plants out. As water scarcity intensifies across the Southwest, Gemrose says this model offers a potential blueprint for water-efficient agriculture, not just for cannabis, but for other crops. Bailey noted that similar aeroponic systems are increasingly being adopted for vegetable production, suggesting the technology could have applications far beyond the cannabis industry. Yeah, like I said, we saw, I'm not even kidding, we saw 9-pound lemons. These things were bigger than a football. It was remarkable. And that was in where are we at? Anyway, that was 15 years ago. That was at Disney World. And they had already saved, I think, they were using 60% of what they grew for their animals and for restaurants and stuff like that. Imagine what they're doing with it now. And they saved, you save tons of money in electricity, water, time. If you get these things dialed in, like it sounds like these kids have, good for you, because that's what I'm talking about is consistency. This kind of work that you put into growing, no matter what it is, strawberries, tomatoes. I mean, it's your harvest, and you want it to be consistent. You want a good product to come out, and my hope is that they'll start extracting the full oil from the plants and using that in what goodies that they're making out there. And less sugar, guys. Come on. Ugh. What if you don't want to eat sugar? I mean, there's other ways to take it. There's capsules and drinks, and there's just so many ways. There's patches, suppositories, there's gummies, there's little chew tabs like I got some that are called jams, and not a good experience over at D2 drive-through. These people just want to rush you through. They don't want to answer questions. This is the second time. I hadn't been in a long time because I swore the last time I was like, I am not going. But this is the only place in town that sells these little 2.5 microdose tarts is what they are. And they're not full spectrum either. I'm like, come on, guys. Why can't you use a full spectrum oil in the plant? If you want to add some THC later, I mean, why? Anywho, it just drives me nuts that, we're not taking advantage of the full plant. So people are just pumping these things out to get everybody high, and that's fine if that's what you want. But, there should be medically something that you can take as a microdose. There used to be. It was called Sweeties, but they don't make them anymore, sadly. So there you have it. Aeroponics. All right. Cannabis vape pens reduce exposure to combustible toxins. Let's hear the argument on that one. Got me. The use of electronic vape pens results in significantly less emissions of harmful toxins as compared to smoking pre-rolled cannabis cigarettes, according to the findings of a study conducted by NN Analytics and sponsored by California Normal and the consulting company May the 5th. Researchers compared emissions produced by a pair of California state licensed vape pens versus those produced by marijuana cigarettes. Investigators used a puffing machine to draw equal samples from the selected products. Vape pens heat concentrated cannabis oils and are distinct from herbal vaporizers, which heat cannabis flower to a set temperature below the point of combustion. Interesting. I wonder if they used both then. Researchers reported that the devices significantly reduced or eliminated the production of most noxious compounds, including formaldehyde, lead, benzene, and acrolein. They also delivered more THC per puff than did cigarettes. By contrast, electronic devices produce greater emissions of the heavy metals nickel and chromium, a finding that is consistent with other studies. Elemental emissions are likely released from the structural components of certain electronic vapes, including heating coils, wicks, metal cores, mouthpieces, when they are operated at high temperatures. That makes sense. Quote, the data doesn't call for panic. It calls for immediate, results-driven technical optimization, but most of all, for more research to regulators and legislators. Stop letting combustion set the benchmark for cannabis inhalation, said Arnaud Dumas-Durali, founder of May the 5th Consulting and co-author of the study. California Normal coordinator and co-author Dale Geringer similarly echoed the need for further study of vape pen technology, adding, quote, hopefully the government's recent rescheduling decision will end obsolete restrictions that have hindered researchers from studying cannabis vape pens that are readily available to millions of U.S. consumers. Yep. We just want researchers to quit using the excuse that there's no research and to actually just do your own. Study it. Do it. Study that plant. Study that plant. Study that plant. Hey, you're listening to Weedsday Wednesday. Belle Star here. Cannabis Kids, Silver Sister are out there. What are you all doing? How's it going? What strain are you smoking, eating, drinking, vaping? Don't snort it. You don't snort it. You snort it? No, you don't snort it. What is wrong with you? You don't snort weed. That's going to be the next stupid kid challenge. Can't even say millennial. I don't know what all the tiers are of what you are for the year you were born. Anywho, I think I'm on the cusp of a baby boomer. Baby boomer. Let's see. Baby boomers. Baby boomers. Oh, say that fast. Generation 1946 and 64. No, I was born in 70. Okay, what are the 6 generations by age? Okay, stupid fact you'll only hear here. The silent generation. Oh, man. Both of my parents were born into the silent generation, and it seriously was. My grandmother was born in like 1901 or 1900 or something like that. Used to say kids are to be seen and not heard, and that's when they were all born. Baby boomers are 46 to 64. Oh, Gen X. I guess that's me. 1965 to 1980. 1980. Oh, Silver Sister, you just got in on that. You're a Gen Xer. Millennials / Gen X, 81 to 96. There's Gen Z. Oh, God, 97 to 2012. And then Gen Alpha, 2013 to 2024. Oh my gosh. Prior to these, the greatest generation includes those 1901 to 1927. That's the greatest generation born before the silent generation. What was a generation before that? Oh, the unhappiest is the Gen Z are currently identified as the unhappiest generations. Yeah, because they don't have anything to do. They sit on their computers. They don't think for themselves. They don't figure problems out the same way that we did and all the generations prior to us did. We seriously had chores to do. We had homework to do. We had each other to take care of. We had to take care of the house and cut wood and clean and stack and haul and then get a job. And we had to pay for our own things and we worked for our own way. And here it goes. Kids these days. Yep, sound like my dad. I don't think maybe he would have sounded like that at this age. He was born in 1933. Ooh, wow. That's an oldie but goodie. Yeah, they don't have home ec, they don't have art, they don't have PE, they don't have to be social with each other. It's ridiculous. Totally ridiculous. How little they have to socialize with each other. It's quite scary. There's no, communication skills. We used to go sit in the parking lot. We would cruise the J in my mom's big Cadillac. We would cruise the J up and down Jefferson Street, the J, just drive up and down, listening to music, seeing our friends, drive up and down, listening to music. And then we'd pull over in the McDonald's parking lot because it had a nice big parking lot I could fit the 2-door Cadillac in. And we would sit and hang out. We'd get out of our cars. Yep, we actually got out of the cars. We stood in circles and stared awkwardly at each other, twitching our thumbs. And it was the best ever. We have mad social skills, guys. Mad social skills. Come on. Yeah. Oh, man. Whew. Gen X. Gen X. That stands for Shazam. If anybody know what cartoon I'm talking about. Shazam. That's Gen X. That's how I remember our generation now. We're just the badass generation. Actually, most of the generations before us were way badasser, if that's a word. All right, well, there's that stupid trivia for you. Let's see what's going on in high times or cannabis business times or normal itself. Ooh, survey. Healthcare professionals overwhelmingly agree that cannabis has legitimate therapeutic uses. Is that because the government is saying that it does? I cracked myself up. Over 8 in 10 U.S. healthcare professionals acknowledge cannabis's therapeutic efficacy, and an even greater percentage say that it should be legal for medical purposes, according to survey data published in the Journal of Cannabis Research. 879 healthcare professionals, including mental health professionals, registered nurses, physicians, participated in the survey. That's awesome. 879. Consistent with prior surveys, most respondents, regardless of their role in healthcare, believed cannabis to have legitimate therapeutic uses and had patients who used cannabis. Furthermore, most participants were supportive of legal access to medical cannabis, open to using it in their own practice, and interested in receiving further training to do so. Overall, 95% of respondents expressed support for the legal medical use of cannabis, and 74% said they personally would recommend cannabis therapy to their patients. 89% of respondents acknowledging having patients who are current cannabis consumers. Despite cannabis's growing favorability among healthcare professionals, less than 1/3 of participants acknowledge having received, quote, formal clinical training regarding how to, quote, integrate medical cannabis into their practice, a finding that is also consistent with other surveys of healthcare providers. Commenting on the survey data, Normal's Deputy Director Paul Armentano said, the use and efficacy of medical cannabis is now widely accepted among healthcare professionals. As more physicians, nurses, and others integrate medical cannabis into their clinical practices, it is vital that medical associations, institutions, and educational curricula incorporate and embrace cannabis as a mainstream and established therapeutic option for patients. There you go, the full text of the study. Quote, knowledge, attitudes, and concerns about medical cannabis among U.S. healthcare professionals, quote, appears in the Journal of Cannabis Research. Additional information appears in the normal fact sheet, Health Clinicians' Attitudes Towards Cannabis. Well, that's interesting. Please hold. Hey! What is going on? Hey! What's going on? My sincere apologies. Please hold for commercial.
If you suffer from one of these medical conditions and have been diagnosed by an Arizona licensed physician, medical cannabis may help relieve your symptoms. If you suffer from Weedsday Health Center is Arizona's premier cannabis certification, health, and education center. Our primary focus is to help the patients of Arizona obtain their medical marijuana card and educate everyone about medical cannabis. With current medical records, approval is a simple process. Contact Weedsday Health Center to see if you qualify for your Arizona medical marijuana card.
Are chronic conditions holding you back from a happy, healthy life? Get on the right track with Tumbleweeds Health Center. Our CBD products are formulated to fit your health lifestyle.
I would definitely say that CBD has changed my life. I mean, I don't worry about my dog anymore, and I don't worry about sleeping anymore.
Tumbleweeds Health Center, voted #1 health center in Tucson, has created a proprietary number of CBD blends, each designed to promote health and well-being. Let Tumbleweeds Health Center show you how CBD products might help you improve your life the natural way.
All right, kids, my sincere apologies. We are going to need to end the show early, just by a few minutes. But thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. As always, be smart, be safe, and educate. We love you guys. Happy Weedsday.